Hey bed friends, I just wanted to make this video because I just think it's really important to raise awareness about dreamophobia in general. So let's just get straight into it. The first sign that you have dreamophobia is obviously if you have already been previously diagnosed by, a doctor or a clinician that you have generalized bedophobia, which I know that the name implies that that you have a phobia of beds or perhaps going to beds, but it does imply any sleeping area or indeed going to bed at all. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're afraid of falling asleep, but it means that you're afraid of what you call going to bed. So that's the first sign. The first sign is if you have already been diagnosed by a doctor or clinician that you have generalized bedophobia, or any other phobias related to bedophobia. The second sign that you have dreamophobia is basically just that the thought of being in a situation outside of your control. I mean, although technically in a dream your subconscious mind is in control of the situations and the things that are happening. Your conscious mind is not in control, and if the thought of being out of control in a situation gives you the shaky hands or the sweats or the shaky leg, or if you have an insatiable appetite for dirt or coal, if you find yourself licking coal, if you find yourself like going out in the middle of the night with a coal bucket to your coal bunker and grabbing like fistfuls of coal and just bringing them back into your house and like not even getting 2 steps in the door, or even just sat on your patio just licking coal, that is a sign that you have dreamophobia. So that's the second sign that you may be a sufferer of dreamophobia. Now the third sign that you may be a sufferer of dreamophobia is that when you're in your dreams and you find yourself being harassed or otherwise manipulated or brutally murdered by yourself. And this can take the form of a mirror image of you or an inverted image of you, or really anything that you know to be true within the dream is you, or a manifestation of you or your id or your ego. If they are coming after you in some way, physically, psychologically, emotionally, temporally, if for example you're riding a motorbike and they pull up alongside you with a motorbike and you're both riding motorbikes and you're on the motorway and they just pull up alongside you and take out a gun and just blow you off your motorbike. That could be a sign that you're a sufferer of dreamophobia. And okay, so now we know whether or not we are sufferers of dreamophobia. Like, what do we do about it? I mean, to be honest, there aren't all that many options available to people with dreamophobia because essentially dreams are inescapable. A lot of people turn to like illicit substances, other forms of like therapy that aren't necessarily supported by the Dreamophobia Foundation. You can actually find out whether or not a certain therapy is supported by the Dreamophobia Foundation by just going to their website. And there's a list of all of the supported therapies and, you know, the evidence listed and the psychological studies and the physiological studies that have been done and the sleep studies that have been done into each individual form of therapy and how different individuals responded to that therapy. Certain things just aren't supported by the Dreamophobia Foundation, and okay. It's really important that we're all aware of whether or not we suffer from Dreamophobia so that we are able to do something to combat it. And one of the things I like to do every night before bed, I lean down off of my bed and I look underneath it and I see that there is nothing there, and I go, there is nothing under my bed. There is nothing under my bed. There is nothing under my bed. And I do that 3 times, and then I sit on my bed. As you know, I am a sufferer of generalized betophobia, and so I sit on my bed and I dangle my legs off of my bed, I swing my feet off of my bed, and I know that there is nothing under my bed, and I say to myself, there is nothing on my bed. There is nothing on my bed. There is nothing on my bed. And I say that 3 times, and then I lay down on my bed. And once I'm lying down on my bed, I close my eyes and I count to 10. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I go, there is nothing on my bed. There is nothing on my bed. There is nothing on my bed. And then I go to sleep. So I hope that you enjoyed that video, and I hope that it was useful to you, and you know, you find out maybe something new about Dreamophobia. Maybe you already knew, maybe you knew about betophobia but you didn't know about Dreamophobia. And I hope that you'll all get in contact with the International Betophobia Association and the Dreamophobia International Association, and so you can find out whether or not there are any supplements you can take, you know, like coal or other carbon containing substances. Graphite poisoning can be very useful for sufferers of Dreamophobia. So there's that. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye, bedheads!